All right, let me make sure the stream is working. I think we're good. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are doing a follow-up. I'm calling this a coffee chat from this morning. We had our second official Chord Academy. It was a lot of fun. We did Satin Doll as our main song of the day and actually of the week. So last week we did actually F blues. We did all the trio voicings, and then this week the plan all along is to do the 2-5-1, the most common progression in jazz. And you guys know that last week we did the basic where we learn how to build chords, D minor 9 to G13. A 9 voicing wants to go to a G13. And we also practice going up. What's up, Jose? How are you doing? And 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3, 4. Hey, oh, thank you so much. Hey, you're double dipping today. And both of you, hey Vicky, good to see you. Yeah, we had a great lesson this morning. And what I thought I would do is just kind of do a coffee chat-ish recap and just do a little teaching today. So we're off and running with our Chord Academy. It's about the most affordable thing you've ever heard in your life and heard of in your life. And it's literally like, but you buying me a coffee a week. And Jose is in it, and so is Vicky, and I think we're up to about 15 or 16 people. But I'm even going to show you kind of what to expect when you get in this Chord Academy, and I think you're going to really like it. So what we did this morning is we took these two PDFs, and let me just show you what kind of PDFs you guys get every week. And then we do 2 trainings a week. The first one is on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. There's a master playlist, so you can watch everything on replay. And also, we have a Friday session where I do everything in all keys. But today's lesson was packed full of improv tips, so right hand ideas over Satin Doll, left hand voicings, walking bass lines. I mean, we did so many different things, and it was a great lesson. And what's one thing that's really great about it is because we have amazing people in the chat and in this community already, and so I'm really excited about it. All right, so let me pull up the actual Google Drive that we're using. I always write out everything, so you always get the fingerings, and you also get. Let me pull up the right thing. And today we're working out of this folder. So each lesson that we do has the assignment for the week or the thing we're working on. And with all of these chords and all these chord voicings, in addition to getting sheet music, you also get a detailed, here's what I want you to do, and all of the lessons, play-alongs, all that are in each specific folder. And so like for instance, today we started off as a reminder of last week's lesson, which is the walking bass line. Remember that 2-5 is really 2-5-1 is the most common progression in jazz. And with all the PDFs, I want to make sure you can play everything in all keys. So Jose and Vicky, you guys know, we have things like the up-down approach where you start on something comfortable and then you go up a half step and you learn that and maybe back down to C and then maybe we go down another half step. Okay, now one thing I'm not doing right now that I recommend, and I actually didn't do that this morning, I didn't use the metronome this morning because we used the backing track the whole time this morning. That's another great thing is that we learn all these chords, but we're not just learning chords, we're putting them in context. The lesson for the week is Satin Doll because Satin Doll is full of 2-5-1. So we learn how to do bass lines, we learn how to do comping chords. We also put those in the left hand while we do simple improv ideas in the right hand. So that was part of the lesson for today. But you have the most basic, the most familiar chord progression in jazz is 2-5-1, and this is whole notes at first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. That's what I like to hear, Jose. And you do this. That's right. And the more you do this, we're going to be doing 2-5-1s, every week. We're going to be doing jazz songs, popular songs, like gospel songs. We even have a gospel training on the 4th week. Next week is Barry Harris. We started doing all these really cool Barry Harris type voicings. And so it's all scheduled out and it's ready to go. And Dean's back. Dean is a member of our Chord Academy too. You guys are double dipping, getting another lesson this afternoon. So it's always good to see you guys on. I'm having so much fun, and I just happened to be off today, an extra day this week, and so I couldn't think of anything that I wanted to do more, was to come and hang out with you guys. So hopefully, I'm thinking we're going to get somebody else today. I had somebody, his name is Carl. I was hoping Carl would jump on. Carl is not signed up for our Chord Academy, but he bought 3 or 4 different courses this afternoon, which was a huge blessing. And so thank you again, Carl, for that. And I invited Carl, just like I'm inviting anybody who purchases anything in the store. I send you a link to our training that we did this morning, and also I want you to try out, see what this Chord Academy is all about. See what it's all about, and then if it's right for you, then it's literally a coffee a week is what you're basically investing in for everything. So here's the next thing. So Jose and Dean, you guys know that the first PDF is the whole notes, and then we ramp it up a little bit. We work on this specific rhythm, and let's do it. Let's just do it right now. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then for those of you who are kind of figuring this out, how we do this, we go up by half steps, whole steps. There are lots of different ways I like to go and learn things in all keys. One of our methods is called the up-down approach. And right now I'm just going to walk through all of them. I'm just going to play them. So how I might practice it: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and then go up a half step. You're always like 2 or 3 fingerings away from being able to play something in all keys. And so this is just a little bit different fingering in E flat minor. And then we go back to our first fingering for the key of D, 2-5. And imagine the confidence you get when you start to do this stuff in all keys, right? Okay, now for F sharp minor, you have to do a little bit different fingering. You have to go 3, 2, 1. G minor is just like the first one. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. And then A flat minor is 3, 2, 1. Let's do that one again. And then A minor, nice, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, no problem there. We're doing the same rhythm on purpose. And here's a 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and then let me go ahead and just scroll down so you guys can make sure you guys can see that. And then B minor is the same as the first one, and 2, and 3, and 4. And then for the last one, I'll go down the octave just because I like that. Instead of up here, which sounds fine, it's kind of high. Let's go back down to the lower one. 2 and 3 and. So if you have a little more experience, or even if you don't, and you say, you know what, I only have 5 or 10 minutes to practice today, that's not a bad thing to do. You turn on a metronome, and let me show you without the backing track. In just a few minutes, I'll turn on the backing track to So What. But I want to demonstrate how I want you guys to practice when you're using the metronome. And I'm pulling up my my DAW, which is, it's Ableton, and I'm going to start at the beginning here. Let's see if I can get this working right. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down to 70. Let's go 70 beats per minute, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This is a little fast. Let me slow it down. So whenever you're trying to get the swing feel of your click, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you always just start on the click with 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Let's do it one more time. You hear the click, and normally we would think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, but we don't want that. We're going to go get on the offbeat. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll do the exercise now. Let's go down the octave. Oh, and let's do C sharp. Let's do the up-down method. Back to C, which is D minor. Now, Dean and Vicky and Jose know this, what I'm about to say, but one of the things you do is this rhythm, ba-da-ba-bum, could be used in anything. If I was playing a blues and an F13 chord, I go 2 and 3 and 4, or 2 and 3 and 4, or... So that's just one specific rhythm that I'm getting into my system so I can use it at any time, and that's the nice thing about that. Okay, so one of the things we did this morning in our Chord Academy is we said, okay, we know our major scales. One of our assignments this week is to be able to say our scales going up and down, and there's a certain method we do, but we had several students telling us the scales out loud going up and going down, which is really great, and that's what I want. But then we actually apply our formulas. How do you build a D minor 9? We say flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9 of the C scale, actually D major scale. Whatever scale you're trying to build, you think of that particular major scale. So if it's a D minor chord, I want to use my formula, my numbers, to go flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9. And then when a 9 chord, D minor 9, wants to go to a G13, and all I have to do is go down a half step with my index finger, and there I am on a G13 chord. 9 chord wants to go to G13, and when I spell this formula going left to right, I'm flat 7, 9, 3, and 13. What a great voicing to not only learn in the right hand while you're walking the bass, but also in the left hand, 3 and 4, as the bass player's doing his thing down here, and we're up here doing this, and the drummer's going ta 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 ta, and that way we have our trio sound. And we practiced that today with Sept and using the backing track. We also talked about some really nice improv ideas. But there's one interesting thing that we did that really takes all of this to the next level. So let's just go ahead and do that. So inside our practice folder from this morning, you have the Sept wave file. Let me make sure you guys can see this. So make sure that, yeah. Okay, so we're inside the practice folder from today. And you have a wave file. You have a PDF that shows you the chord chart. You have the M4A file, which is very user-friendly, and which we'll use in just a minute. You have your 2 charts that I just showed you and demonstrated, and then you have this, which I created yesterday, and that is the voicings in the left hand going through Sept in its entirety. But also, there's another voicing you have to learn. This is D minor 9, but we know we want our voicings in this area of the piano. Too high, it gets too thin. Too low, and it gets too muddy. So you want somewhere in this area right here, and the way you get nice voicings in this area of the piano is by using inversions. So this D minor 9, if I were to play this same formula, flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9, I play it right in the middle of the piano. For for A minor 9, that's too high to be playing this because it would get in the way of the right hand stuff. So I'm actually going to do a different inversion of that. So my formula, instead of flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9, I'm actually going to go flat 7, 9, flat 3, 5. What a great sound. Listen to this. And if I want to go to the 5 chord, a D minor 9 wants to, or A minor 9 wants to go to a D7 or D13. Listen how nice that is. So then my formula is 3, 13, flat 7, 9. Now in our Chord Academy on this Friday, we're going to play all of the chords and all keys, and this will be a 30-minute training that everybody gets each week. You get a Tuesday morning 8 a.m. live that goes, it's a part of a master playlist. You get your charts for the week of whatever concept we're working on, and you get all the replays or the live sessions. And on Friday, it's a 30-minute lesson with me where I say, all right, Dean, all right, Jose, all right, Vicky, we're doing A minor 9 to D13, okay? Let's do that in G minor, okay? Let's do it in F minor, right? So you get all the chords and all the keys, and I teach you through everything, so you can't help but get this. You can't help but be able to play in all keys. And the way we do this is we don't just learn shapes, we also learn formulas. And I teach you guys how to spell out the chords going left to right, just like I'm doing right now. And we have very focused practice. So last week was F trio blues. And let me just show you guys this. For anybody who's new, you need to see what I'm about to show you. Let me just check the chat because this is more of a coffee chat. We did a whole training as Jose and Vicky and Dean know. We did a full, almost an hour, even though it's supposed to be a 30-minute session. We did close to an hour today. So we got a lot done, but it was so much fun. But inside our practice folder, it says this was September 24, lesson 2. Last week was September 20th, was our first official day of the Chord Academy. We did F Jazz Trio Blues. We have a beginning blues sheet which shows you all the different ways you can turn around the blues scale. We did F two-hand comping and a really cool etude of the F blues. That was a lot of fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. You had the different ideas that you could do over the F blues. Flat 9. Flat 9. And then turn around. Anyway, that's a fun little trio blues that shows you those are original songs. I write a lot of original songs that show you techniques and things like that. So that was on Friday, and then we did blues two-hand compings, all those great voicings there to show you how to play. If you're doing this right here and you go, Jose, did you do any of those? Did you do those, Dean, where you got those two-hand voicings down? Which, since this is a coffee chat, I need to tell you guys something really amazing that Dean did. So it was my birthday Friday. And Dean, you know, we did this sharp 9 voicing, right? This is so cool. And Dean played Happy Birthday and sent me a video of him playing Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday using the D7, sharp 9, sharp 5 voicing. He made an incredible arrangement of Happy Birthday. And if I get enough people that want to see the chart, I'll put it up, I'll transcribe it, and I'll put it in our folder for next week. So I need to have enough people say that they want that. So I'm calling all my Chord Academy people to let me know if you want Dean's Blues, the Happy Birthday. It was really good. So I have a video of it, and I'm actually going to send it out to our Chord Academy so you guys can listen to it and watch Dean playing it. It's pretty incredible. So good job on that, Dean. All right, so guys, if I back up here, I'm in the main Chord Academy folder, and you can already see that next week is the Genius of Barry Harris. So this is what we have to look forward to next week. I created this whole idea of looking at Barry Harris things a certain way, and in this case, you'll see all these drop 2 and drop 3 voicings of Barry Harris, but there's a certain way I like to do this. I like to teach this a certain way because I just studied some Barry Harris, and there's a certain way I like to look at it that I don't think that other people look at it the same way. It's the same material. I didn't invent anything. I just studied the Barry Harris stuff, and I found a way that I like to look at it that may be a little bit unique. And then whenever you, of course, with all of my courses, if you click on anything you want to watch the video, it takes you right to the audio files or a teaching video of me. And as you can see over here, or maybe you can see that, it's that might be out of view, but it's just a playlist of all the files. So, but anyway, all the sheet music is written out, and so we're going to put this in context with jazz standards next week when we do our Barry Harris. And then the following week is gospel tips. And let me get out of this really quickly and show you. I've been doing a lot of gospel training, and we're starting with the basics. Like you take a C triad and you go to from C to D. This is a very famous, very popular thing of going between two triads, right? And I use that in blues and in jazz. So as you're learning all these bluesy, gospel-y kind of things, know that you have very basic things that you have to learn or need to learn as you're learning the gospel style. So we have all of that to look forward to. So this week we finish out the 2-5-1 or the 2-5. Next week's Barry Harris. The following week after that is gospel, and then we'll do blues the following week. All right, so let's go. Here's where I want to end this lesson today, this little fun coffee chat-ish thing. I'm looking for the next person to sign up to risk investing a coffee a week. There is a link in this description somewhere where you can sign up. And basically, I'll just always very upfront and honest with you. I need enough people to really make this thing work for everybody. It's literally $5 a week for you guys, and you get so much material and so much of my time that I think it's well worth it. I think you'll love what you get, and of course you get access to all of the files and everything, and the community. The community is way more. It's worth way more than one coffee. It's at least 2.5 coffees. So it's for right now. It's a coffee, and I've already said it and told everyone. It's pretty soon. It's going to be a coffee and a donut because I'm putting so much into this. I'm trying to make it so affordable that people would be crazy not to do it, but I need enough people so that I'm not crazy for doing it. So I'm looking for the next person again to sign up to our group, and I can't wait for that person. I always celebrate whoever decides to join, and there is a link here in the bottom. If you just sign up, what you'll get is you'll of course get access to all the charts and the playlist that has the live streams and everything, but then I also will say, hey, we welcome whoever it is to our group, and everybody will be very happy that you have joined us. And it's a really fun interactive chat, just like Dean and Jose and Vicky. There's several other amazing people. We had a great session this morning, so I'm absolutely loving where all of this is going with our Chord Academy, and I hope that somebody else will try it. Awesome, Dean. Yeah, and I'm going to set up a little way for you guys to leave reviews on what this experience has been for you on being a part of this academy, because I sense some really awesome motivation from everybody, and everybody's really supportive. It doesn't matter if you're a pro or a beginner. Everybody is valued and appreciated. It doesn't matter if you're 1,000 years old or a teenage prodigy. You're welcome in this group, and everybody works with each other and just loves the community. So thank you for that. All right, here we go. Everybody needs to know this. Satin Doll, I'm going to turn on the chart and the play along. This has just been a fun little coffee chat, but it's still important to know you're either going to do these voicings where you do flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9, or you're going to do the other voicing, which was flat 7, 9, minor third, and 5. And notice that those voicings, Dean and Jose and Vicky, keeps it in the right part of the piano. And I love those. Aren't those nice? So if I was just in the key of F and I go 3, 6, 2, 5, 3, and even here, there's my sharp 9, flat 9, and all these nice little voicings right here. I did a fun voice thing recently, a nice little 8-second thing where I did this. 3 of F. Listen to that chord right there. All right, what's happening right there? I have A minor. Any A minor will do. But this right here, why in the world does that work? So if you did an A flat diminished and you get A flat, B, D, you know, that's cool. That sounds nice, right? That sounds fine. I go A minor 9, and I go diminished, and then I go G minor 11. That sounds great. But what if I do this? Why in the world does that work? I'm going to tell you why this works. Because if I'm here and I go, notice these notes. An A flat diminished scale is whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step. You guys know the scale. That's an A flat diminished scale, and I like to turn the scale around many times. But an A flat diminished 7 would have A flat, B, D, and F. But if I add the notes of the scale, which E is in the scale, and so is the G in the scale. Okay? So basically, I'm going to take this diminished chord and that diminished chord, and I take the E. So notice that the E and the G are part of that A flat diminished scale, and so is the F. Okay? Isn't that just amazing? Like, I love that. So I do this. G minor 9. And I could go right here. Now that's what I call hot sauce right there. That is flat 7, flat 9, sharp 9, sharp 11, and 13. That's a lot of hot sauce. Okay, so what again? Now, something that I did right there, I was showing you 3, 6, 2, or sorry, 3, flat 3, 2, 5, or I could go 3, 6, 2, 5, or I could go 3, flat 3, 2, flat 2, 1, or I could go 1, 6, 2, 5, or I could go sharp 4, or I could go Hey, you sound like that, Jose. Jose, let me tell you something really important. Imagine where I haven't heard you play yet, but I can already tell just by the talking to you that you know a lot of things. So just imagine where we're going to be as we dig into this stuff, right? Like, the idea is we're going to take all of these ideas and start mixing them around and just say, all right, if we're here, that's 3. And we mess around with that. And then we go, okay, I can do flat 3. And then I can go G minor. And then maybe I do that voicing that we did. So I start to hear everything as like big pictures. Like I'm thinking about like different alterations I want. And for me, it's about nice chord structures between the left and the right hand. But I'm also thinking about, like, it doesn't matter if we're doing jazz hymns. It doesn't matter if we're doing Christmas songs, pop songs, whatever. All of these things apply, like the voicings, and we start to be able to turn them around in so many ways. What's up, Rick? All the way from Alaska. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick has entered the building. Rick is a member of our academy. I'm really feeling encouraged. Like, somebody's going to watch this stream and say, you know what? I can afford a coffee a week for all of this. We have about 15 or 16 people that have signed up. I want to say some of those are people who are already members of our academy, and they double dipped. My dad signed up even though he's already a member, and Hugh already signed up. Hugh signed up again, who is already a member, which is pretty hilarious. I said that we need 20 to really make this work, but really, we need a bunch of people to do the coffee, one coffee a week. But I will say this, it's been really amazing. Like today, I'm always looking for that next person to join, and Carl gets 3 of my old courses, which I've been, you guys know the story, is I'm probably tired of hearing it, is I said, I have all these old courses starting from 2016 that are really good, like this. I mean, all these licks, and they're so good. All the licks are so good, and I use them all the time. Like, I could play you 5 licks right now that I would use in blues or jazz. If I just played random things, I'll go, this was one I would play in a jazz setting, or this, or that one I just played, or this. All those licks that you play, and there are so many different licks from my blues courses that I play all the time, and they're part of my vocabulary. They're a part of your vocabulary. All the Ray Charles stuff. I mean, they're old courses, but it's still timeless material, right? And so I've been teaching them on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is really picking up. You guys know that. And a lot of people, I say, here's the material, here are the licks I'm doing, here it all is for free. It's not that course, but it's me teaching every example from the course. I've done it for Blues Volume 1, Blues Volume 2, Blues Alternate Bass Course, and even 20 tips for 5-minute practice success, where you have all these ideas you can play if you feel like you don't have a lot of time. And I say, it's all out there for free. If you want to support the channel, these older courses are still very relevant. I still practice them all the time, and I still have students that practice them all the time, and I put them crazy on sale for like $14.99. And so there's about 6 or 7 or 8 courses, I don't know, that are all $14.99, and people have been getting them even though I've been putting out the material. So thank you for those of you who are investing in those. If you don't want to sign up, or you're skeptical about signing up for the Chord Academy for 1 coffee a week, and you want to just purchase a course, I'll do what I've been doing. I've been sending links to say, all right, here is what it's like to be in the Chord Academy, which is pretty similar to what we're doing now, except less talking and more teaching. But I say, try it out, see if it's right for you. But I'm telling you, this community right here, these people in this chat, Dean, Vicky, Jose, Rick, and the list goes on of these people that are joining. It's really, really awesome. You guys make it so fun. All right, so enough about that. If you do buy any of my courses, I will send you a link to the training of what we did this morning and last Friday, and you'll have a link. Once you sign up, you'll get links to all the stuff we've been doing. And on my end, I'm creating all this crazy amounts of material for you guys. Jazz charts, blues charts, backing tracks, Barry Harris course, you name it. It's crazy, the stuff I'm doing. So I want you guys to really not only enjoy this, I want you to have all the right resources that are in the right place. So let me just go to here really quickly. All right, let's do this. Let's turn on the backing track. And I'm going to do left hand. So I'm going to turn on, I'm going to get out. This is what we did today. We turned on, I got this chart out. And it has 2 different voicings. We're going to do the flat 3, 5, flat 7, 9, which is our left to right formula. Or we're going to do flat 7, 9, minor 3rd, and 5. So let me turn on the track. I'll just go left hand only right now. Let's see if we can play this. Here's the second one, and then C to F. E to A, 2, 5. 2, 5 up a whole step. And then here's our other formula. And Now here's the same thing in G minor is the second formula. G minor, C, and then F major 7. Let me scroll down here a little bit more. Back to A minor. And G. Here we go. Up a whole step. It's a 2-pager. And A flat. 1, 6, and then, or 1, 4. Let's again. Once you get these voicings down, it becomes automatic. It's like, why can't I have a little conversation with you guys, or at least a monologue? Is because I've done this so many times. Same thing with you guys. That's why we do this stuff over and over, and repetition is your friend. You want to make it automatic where you don't even have to think about it. Here we go. And for the next pass, let's try to put the right hand melody with it. Let me check the chat. You guys still with me? Here we go. Let's do like fourths in the right hand. So into a little rest. Here we go. And 2 and 3 and 4. Let's go for G minor. A minor. Alright, so let's talk really quickly about what we did. Let me stop this for 1 second. Isn't that fun when you get those left-hand voicings? And the great thing is, once you get those down, you always have those voicings, so that anytime a chart comes up and you need A minor to D7, you got it. A flat to D flat, you got it. G minor to C. And there are only 12 major keys you have to learn in 12 different 2, 5, 1 voicings. You get those all in all keys and you get comfortable with them. It'll really free you up. So let's do this. We're going to go to... we just went through that. Oh, the next idea we talked about, and we went down this fun little rabbit trail of, not a rabbit trail, but talking about improv. Like, how do you improv over this stuff? The first thing that we did this morning was we said, okay, you have D minor. One little fun improv is with the left hand, you have these D minor 9 voicing. One very nice little basic step to do is to improv with just the chord tone. So I could take the exact same chords. I go, and then same thing. A minor. And then the next thing we said is, okay, you can go just... We talked about how there's a song, Giant Steps, that most people have heard. And it's basically a 1, 2, 3, 5 pattern of any major scale. And we said this idea of 1, 2, 3, 5 is a nice, what we call a digital pattern. And one of the things that we like to do for all of our major scales is, let's say if C major is the scale we learn, we say ba ba da da da, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you could begin at first by this, ba da 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 da. And what I did is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1. And that's the triad. And you could do on D. You you could take that basically that same pattern and go up. But whenever you have a major chord, you can go 1, 2, 3, 5. Or if it's a minor chord, and that's one little basic idea that we did this morning to say, let's just take it to, let's do a beginning improv with just our right hand at first. You can play with the left hand. Let's do both. Let's play this very simple this very short pattern. Let me try that again. Hold up. Let me start it over. So we had this. Or you could go boo da da ba da 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 da. And I'm just going up this scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G minor, and then F major, A minor, 2, 3, and we're going to go up the scale 2 and 3 and 4. E minor, A minor, now let's do 1, 2, 3, 5. Sorry, D minor. Again. Same thing, A minor. Again. And then we said, let's do a D minor 9. Do that again. I'm going to go D minor 9 by right there. I go. Let me stop that really quick. All I'm doing is whatever chord I'm on, I'm going 9th to major 7. And I did outline the triad now. Right here. So that minor 9th is something that we explored earlier today. So we did a lot of different things between, it's just a flyover of the stuff we did extensively this morning. As we said, okay, for D minor, you can arpeggiate the chord, but you could actually go. So D minor 9, we said you can go. Or you can do ba ba da 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 ba ba da 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 da. Or 1, 2, 3, 5 of C. So lots of things. Awesome. All right, Rick. Good to see you, man. Hey, I think we're gonna wind it up here, but thank you guys for hanging out. That was a fun little coffee chat, and just know that I'm really excited about everything. We have 5 people watching, which is really awesome. So shout out to Jose, to Vicky, to Dean, and to Rick. All you guys coming back in to Double Dip for a fun thing today. And what I'm going to do for all of you is remember that I'm writing out all these simple improv ideas. And another thing we said we could do is we know we have the blues stuff. And then we add it. All right, guys, have a great one. You have 30 seconds to say goodbye to each other, and I will see all of you at least in the academy, on Friday, you'll get the video from me that says, here is what you're going to practice in all keys. And then next Tuesday at 8 a.m., we will do the Barry Harris, beginning all the Barry Harris stuff. That was a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. You have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes, and thanks for hanging out once again.